Feel incredible!
It's not a cartoon. It's anime. Yes. Welcome to another episode of Animeshun. The dynamic duo is back.
Yep.
You know what it is, man. We're gonna get it in. No pause. My hero.
My hero.
Episodes 5 through 8?
5 through 8, 5, 6, 7, 8
of season 8. You know, this is the last season,
8.
wrapping it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. How you gonna do your little?
Come on, man. You already know what it is. You listening to or watching or both to the greatest fucking anime podcast in the entire world.
Oh man, yeah. So last week we did another movie review. It's funny because people were talking about Jujutsu Kaisen or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people say the same what we said. They were just like, yeah, this is not needed.
No.
You don't need to go. You don't have to go waste your money and your time to go watch this movie episode episode thing or whatever the case may be. Just wait till the show comes out unless you just need that bus off.
that JJK bus off?
Need that JJK bus off.
That JJK jack off?
It's been years.
Not the JJK jack off is crazy.
So I get if you feel like you need that, but I think too if you wait, it'll be for you. It might be a better payoff. You know, watching the episodes and then
When does the episodes come out? Is it January?
I think it's January.
Yeah, sometime in January.
Yeah, I think it's early January.
A little January action. I think Rob talked about it, right? Didn't he say something about it in the chat?
Yeah, Rob said something too. I saw some people on TikTok talk about it. Shout out to Rob. You know, Rob was part of Animeshun. He dropped it in the group text. The SHUN Gang Instagram group text. You all right, nigga? Shit, drink some water.
It's a good weed.
Oh, whoa. But he said the same thing we said. He was pretty much like, hey, man, you don't have to, this is not a need to go watch. And I agree. I don't think you need to go waste your time with this. And they were, like I said, they were cool. They were like okay episodes.
Yeah, he said, just so great, so emotional, so profound, what Rob said. Shout out to our fellow SHUN Gang member, Rob. And I don't know if he was, if he had kids at the time, but he is a father. So shout out to a fellow father, 3 fathers actually of the SHUN Gang. You're the only one now.
I'm the only man.
You're the only childish SHUN Gang member.
Hey, I'm not saying this to be like I'm better than anybody. I want a kid, so I'm not. And also, I'm afraid I got to make sure I'm good too. I might have to go get checked out, man. But I want me a little one so I can watch anime with. Man, I already got my stuff planned. Yeah, what I want to watch with him or watch with her, and just
That's dope.
Yeah.
He said, I saw it last night. It was like the Demon Slayer movie that summed up the end of the entertainment district and started Sword Village. I thought the JJK movie was better and had a more excitement to it, but I can't sit there and tell you that you need to catch it unless you want to see the Shibuya up on the big screen. It was cool, but just wait for it to drop on Crunchyroll or wherever.
That's where I got to disagree with Rob. I think the Demon Slayer
the Demon Slayer was better too.
Yeah, even the recap of the last of the, what's it called?
The entertainment district.
That alone was just looked so much better.
And I think how we saw it.
Yeah.
We didn't just see it regularly. We saw it in that theater with the sound design and them doing like live, like an orchestra before that and stuff. So I don't know if he meant that one, but he did say that. I just say entertainment district.
Yeah,
right?
he didn't. Yeah, he didn't see. I don't think he saw the other ones like that. I don't think the other ones came out like that.
Yeah, so it had to be that one. Mm-hmm. No, there's no way because we saw Akaza. That was our first time seeing Akaza again. We got introduced to all of the 5 upper moons.
Yeah, because they showed you the Infinity Castle.
Yeah.
That shit was perfection how it looked.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, he's tripping. Now that I
Yeah.
think about that, he's wilding.
You're wrong, Rob.
Yeah, you're super wrong. Wild.
You know, I don't
You
understand.
wilding, Rob.
Yeah, you can
Rob.
you can fight us on this, but
Yeah.
I can't agree with you at all. I didn't feel much emotion at all in the Jujutsu Kaisen one.
Yeah, seeing that again. I mean, seeing Tengen fight again with the swords and stuff with one arm. Like, come on, him hearing the music of the Upper Moon 6, like.
Some of the greatest sound design in anime history, in my personal opinion. With
That's
that,
true.
With that arc, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the homeboy Tanjiro finger that getting broke, like.
And then I think sometimes when it comes to like movies in general, but especially when it comes to anime, I think the audience does help the energy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The audience in there, we all kind of came for this whole event.
Yes.
So we got the chance to see the voice actors, English and dub and sub.
Right.
And it was like
night and day difference between those guys, by the way. Not taking anything away from the English voice actor, but
yeah, usually the Japanese voice actors are just like more passionate, more behind it. But the energy in there when stuff happened, you heard everybody cringe when that finger cracked.
Yeah,
They were like, oh, like it was like crazy when people came and you saw Tengen come back out and save him.
Yeah,
the crowd was like, erupted like,
and we knew it was coming.
Yeah,
and we still got hype as if we'd never seen it.
Yeah, so I don't know.
And even if you take that recap part away, that first 5 minutes ish of the Infinity Castle, of the Swordsmith Village, was dope.
Yeah,
just like having the Kaza flying down into the castle and you see the whole castle as he dropping in, and then there's morphing and stuff, and he does the superhero land.
And then even with the whole Doma thing, when he walks by, gets his face hit off, and then it's like he hits Doma's face off, and then you see Kokushibo come through and just like, hey, you need to chill, bro. If you wanna fight for a spot, you gotta fight for a spot.
Yeah.
If you want me, you know what to do, nigga. Roll up.
It's like, this ain't it. Like, Doma, I'm not even protecting you like I'm thinking like I'm your dog. Like, there's order, and he's breaking that.
And I restore order. I am order.
Yeah, I am the order.
Yeah, so it's like that alone to me was better than But My Hero, man, My Hero's episodes 5 through 8, man. I do, like I said, after somebody who's read the manga, and this is essentially it's over. Mm-hmm. Like, there's spoiler alert if you're not ready, so get your bitch ass up out of here. But yeah, I'm curious to see how things ended and how you feel about things. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts when we go through this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You want to recap it?
Yeah. So
if not, I can go through it. I guess we can just tag team it.
Yeah. Just a recap. It starts off. To me, these episodes have always been weird. I feel like there's missing pieces from here and there, like
from the manga.
Yeah, not just the manga, but even how they cut back to like fighting scenes. It's just like they'll cut back and it's like in the middle of the fight. And it's just like you didn't show a build up or nothing.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
They're up in the air and it's just like
they fight, because there is, especially at the beginning of the episodes, I'm like, did I miss something?
That's
like,
I'd
be like, oh, wait, did I miss an episode? Because all of a sudden Shigaraki and Deku was in the water, and then I'm like, whoa. Yeah. What? And then the prison, whatever it's called, whatever they had that they were floating prison is on the ground, and they evacuating people. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, and I went back to, I'm like, no, I didn't miss anything. Yeah. They just was like, fast forward, and I'm, I guess they're saying that we're intelligent people. And it's like, all right, y'all can read between the lines. We're trying to wrap this up.
You can't say that. You can't. The reason why I can't agree with that is because they're giving us too much information while they're fighting too.
That's true.
It's like you're going back to like, yo, he said this, and this is why this is happening, and then this Wheeler did this. It's just like, dog, you're saying things like we are stupid, and then you're cutting things out like we're supposed to remember, or you're just fast forwarding to this piece.
You just want to get to the action.
Which lets me know even this was rushed.
Yeah, I do feel like. I mean, we could just be quick. They, if you've seen it, you've seen it. You know what's going on. I think just a super. I guess last time I said 2 minutes and it was like 6, but to super speed run what happened, because I do just want to talk about the details. They Shigaraki and them going at it. Freaking Shigaraki is just like, oh snap, let me like try to take all of your powers from you, because he still has the ability to take the quirks, and then he doesn't. Danger Sense actually is just like, oh shit. Freaking Shigaraki is here. Like, let me push y'all out the way. So he pushes all of the other before the old users of 1 for 1. One for all, move him out the way, and then he gets taken. And then, which is funny though, because I'll leave that. I'll leave that out until then. He takes Danger close, and then it's just like, oh shit, he just saved our lives. I didn't even know that he can take us.
Yeah.
This is crazy, because all he did is he barely touched Deku, and then he was able to take him. So then that happens. He's like, oh snap, this is crazy. Then they start battling and fighting it out again, and then one of the guys, I guess the leader of the one for all,
number 2 pretty much.
Yeah, he was just like, hey y'all, the only way we can't win a long lasting fight with this dude. Like, we can't go hand for hand. We can't go hands. He's way too powerful. The only way that it's gonna work is there's a crack inside his subconscious. If we can get into that crack, then we can beat him. But the only way that's gonna happen is we pass off all of the one for all into him. And they kind of battle amongst each other for a second. They're like, oh, we can't do it. No, we can't do it. This is the only hope, whatever. And then they're all like, you know what? We believe in Deku. Deku can do this. Let's do it. He was like, all right, cool. He was like, as you know, I'll be the you be the first one. I'll be the one that we could try this. So I volunteer as tribute is basically what he said. So and the smokescreen dude is just sitting there like, no, let me go, because I'm the wackest one out of all y'all. And he was like, nah, I got it. So then they tried, it works, and it's like, oh snap, this worked. Let's keep doing it. So they keep doing it. He's able to get everybody except Homegirl. What's her name? Tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much. That's All Might's predecessor, I think.
Yeah, All Might's predecessor, and also it is Shigaraki's grandma.
Yeah.
So he's just like, she has this like internal battle of like, hey, like, everybody made it except me. Am I weak? No, I'm not weak. I'm just his granny that he hates. Like, so that's why he can't do it. So we have to figure out another way. The other way that they figure it out, it's like going into his subconscious. So they battle again, and then he's able to get into Shigaraki's mind, and it goes back to like when he was a child. And it just replays a moment of where he's getting smacked up by his dad, and which... This is Tomorrow's first time seeing this. She didn't know any of this stuff transpired because she's dead at this point. She's dead.
I think she was out being a hero technically. She might have been dead. But she might have been. I remember he says in there like she left the family to be a hero essentially.
But when Shigaraki is a kid, he
might have been dead already.
Yeah,
I think
I think she was dead at that time, so she hadn't seen whether she was alive or dead. She's never seen this.
Yeah.
So she gets to see like the aftermath of the decision that she made, and smacks the shit out of him, and there's like an invisible wall over Shigaraki and his dad in this moment. So, because the whole point of this, Deku has to touch him. Like, Deku has to like grab his hands and like get a hold of him to reverse everything. So Tomorrow can get in and they can break through his subconscious. So he's able to do that. He can't get in initially, but he's able to break through it because Tomorrow busts through there to grab her son to say like, sorry, son. And in the midst of that, he's able to get Shigaraki, and they have like when they have a strongman contest and they're sitting there at the beginning of wrestling matches, when they're sitting there holding hands, basically they're having like basically a hand tug of war, and they're fighting back and forth. They're talking to each other. He's using the talk no jutsu on him for all my Naruto fans on him. Basically, like, we can do this. We're family. Not we're family, but like I know that you're a human, because throughout the fight that they're having, Shigaraki's like, I'm not a human. I don't care. I don't have emotions. And then Deku was like, you cried, nigga. Stop lying to me. Like, I seen you cry. You a human. Long story short, Deku ends up losing his hands in the imaginary world because his power is still decay. So his hands start to decay, and then he's able to break through his subconscious. Cut back to the real world. No, because before that, that's when Awful One comes back, right?
Yeah, Awful One pops in just like, nigga.
Yeah, because he starts to see other people's memories. So throughout this fight,
memories in this.
But yeah, throughout the fight, when he keeps putting people in his the Awful One for Alls into people's subconsciouses, they're getting the different memories of each other. They're sharing memories, and then they start seeing somebody else's memories, and it's like, yo, who is his memories? Because it's somebody talking to his dad.
Yeah.
And it's just like, who is this dude? And then that's when Awful One pops up and be like,
I pretty much set this up from the beginning.
Yeah, like-
This nigga was diabolical. This
Diabolical.
nigga made his daddy become a mean person, like setting stuff up. Hey man, you gotta start disciplining. Hey man, you gotta start doing this a little bit more. Hey man, chill out here over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, all for one plotted this shit from the beginning,
Crazy.
which is kind of dope to see.
That was his plan all along.
This is a real evil villain right here.
I think he definitely put himself in the top 5, top 10 conversation just off of that move alone, and just talking about the long run. I think when we talk about the long run, we talk about the Moderators of the world, the Eisens of the world, and stuff like that. Yeah. Even Father from Full Metal and stuff. Like, people always talk about, the long game. Some people just want the world to be destroyed, but he wanted the world to destroy it in a sense. But he was more concerned with the long game and to plant that type of seed. He was like, because he has an older sister, and he was just like, your sister was too old. Like, I missed that boat, but I wasn't gonna miss you, and he didn't. And he comes back to life. He basically merges with Shigaraki, and he has a new look, if you will, which is like, hey man, he says, yo, shut your ass up, and you don't gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut your ass up for you. And put this hand over your mouth. So the hand that he used to have, he put it back that he had on his face. He put it over his mouth, but it's a black hand now. And
I gotta be a black.
Why gotta be a black hand, Japan? Huh? You could have been any other color. Why gotta be a damn black hand? So cut back to the real world, and lo and behold, Deku's arms are really gone. So it didn't just happen in the subconscious of Shigaraki. In Shigaraki's subconscious,
he was in there like this.
He was in there nubbified. He was nubbing it up.
Not to make fun of nobody, but it's like it was crazy. It was crazy. It was bloody. I like how My Hero actually was getting bloody in this too.
Yes.
Yeah, they took it there, which is like for more of a kid friendly, essentially.
They
anime.
got dark.
Yeah, it got a little dark.
Just to speed it up even more, they fought. He said, you know what, F it, I still got to fight. I'm gonna try to sock you out with no arms. But then that's when the Avengers Endgame moment happened, and everybody from Class A and other classes and other heroes popped up. The ones that were still conscious, they popped up and said, hey, we're gonna help him sock you out together. Eraserhead comes back. He comes back with Aaron's horn. To reverse his arms back, because of course he's a main character. He can't lose both his arms.
Would have been dope. He would have fought with no arms.
Just kicking it like he got them.
Old boy, their old friend. Forgot his name, but pretty much he can cast like the portals and stuff like that.
Yep.
They was able to get him back for at least a brief second to be like, hey man,
he's Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and I guess essentially too it was one of those things like he's only there for Tomura anyways.
Yeah,
for Shigaraki. So it's just like, hey man, if he ain't here for real, he can probably kind of fight against whatever he needs to fight against for a second.
Right.
Yeah. So they all popped up.
He was able to punch sock Shigaraki out. Took him. Not Shigaraki now. This is all for one now.
Yeah.
He was able to sock all for one out. Wasn't enough. He tried it again, and he couldn't get there in time until their homeboy was just like, hey, basically what you said. I'm here for tomorrow. He's not here. I'm here for Shigaraki. If he ain't here, then F it. I'm gonna just help him out. And he made him get closer to all for one quicker, socked him out, disappeared, curtain call.
Yeah, so there's, and of course in there there's moments where he keeps trying to stop Deku. You have a moment where what's the name? Endeavor and Shoto come through.
Yep, they come through.
Slap fire in his ass.
Yeah.
You got all the slap fire out of his ass.
Crazy.
You having all the friends. Pretty much, it's a whole friendly battle. Not friendly battle, but it's like all the friends kind of help out.
Everybody.
Deku forward.
Yep.
Throwing them forward, helping them out, get closer and closer and closer. Keep grabbing them. Bakugo comes through and grabs Deku and pushes him forward even more to push him. Which is super dope. And that's the kind of, and we're not actually he gets fucked up and then he comes back and something else happens again, right?
Yeah. So then,
is that how it goes? I thought he
punches him once, and then he's just like, yo, that's not enough. He pushes him back, and then he has to go up again.
Yeah.
And then when he goes up again, that's when all of the superhero team stuff happens.
Yeah.
And then he socks him out for good that time.
Yeah. So
at least for good from what I can see.
Right.
Because that's where the episode ends at.
So, man, how did you let's go through, well, we didn't do it last time, but how did you feel about those last episodes, and how did you rate them? Like
on a scale of 1 to 9,000?
Yeah. Well, no, you rated them, but like, because episode 1 of this season got a 9.1, Would you agree with that?
I don't know what happened. Was that when All Might was fighting?
Yeah, that was like the beginning of like the All Might stuff.
I wouldn't give it that, but I'm not mad at that.
All right, so do these ratings even sound right to you then? Since you probably don't remember every single thing. So 9.1. Episode 2 was a 9.6. Episode 3 was a 9.8. That pretty much is Bakugo's episode beating All for One or whatever, beating the baby shit out of him.
I'm not mad at that.
And then episode 4, episode 4, sorry, was the episode. So episode 3 and 4 were the 2 episodes where he was fighting him, then he beats him out.
Yeah,
essentially as a baby.
The baby,
yeah, beats the infant shit out of him. Episode 5, where Deku's kind of like turning into like the little spider looking thing, looks like a villain a little bit. 9.1.
This is you telling all of them? Because 5 is what we're reviewing now.
Yeah, so I'll stop at 5. But that got a 9.1. So I agree with episode 3 and 4 being high. I don't know if I would give it like a 9 point.
I mean, that's close to 10.
Yeah, I would say more of a 9.3 and a 9.0. Well, yeah, I feel like those.
What's a 9.0 for us? Kind of like what? Like a 83, 84-ish is kind of like a 9?
No, I think it would be a 9.0 would be not 8,000. Be a flush 8,000, and then a 10 would be a flush 9,000. So I wouldn't. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't. I think somebody really likes Bakugo that made that.
Well, no, I think it deserves that because of his growth and what he sacrificed to get there, and everything else that comes back. That's why I would give it. That's why I understand the score, because it's like whether you like him or not, you got to respect that the nigga put his pride aside to be number 2 in a sense in this, and he's like, all right, I'll do this over here, and if I got to save, I get to save my teacher in a sense, my hero, and I went to work, and I got. It was a great move.
He definitely wasn't no disrespect, but he definitely wasn't a Derek Fisher of this. He was definitely I guess Shaq, if you will, or Kobe, who depending on who you like in this situation. I think
I would say low key, nigga. Shoto was almost like a Derek Fisher
in
this last fight.
That's true,
and that's my nigga. That's my favorite character by far.
Yeah,
so I'm hurt by that.
Yeah,
but it's like,
so you call it Todoroki the Derek Fisher of this last arc.
Not of the last arc,
but this fight.
Of this particular fight, because he doesn't have much that he does.
Damn.
Because Derek Fisher essentially, that's hard to even say that, because Derek Fisher had huge moments in those series. He hit game winners before. Like,
so you don't think the slap on the ass was enough to even qualify him as Derek Fisher?
I don't know, man, because, like I said in the manga, if you just read the last stretch of the manga, if you don't want to read the whole thing, read the last stretch. I don't know who was drawing this shit.
So that was the point. This was awfully drawn.
Okay. The last episode or 2 was probably better, but I still feel like they have never topped the overhaul fucking fight.
This shit look like, I don't know whether they changed like the side profiles of these characters look awful. Like all of them look like Shoji from the side. Yeah. They look like the peak, the pointy nose, and then like the big mouth, all of them from the side look like some type of like elf or something like that. It was weird. Like I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, what's going on with this animation?
Because that's the thing. My Hero is its animation is a big part of its show.
Yes.
So throughout all the seasons especially when they had these big fights, you're seeing these moments that people grab, whether it's Dabi early on, whether it's when Shoto and Deku fought in the thing in the class thing, whatever it was called. Yeah. When he fought the strong nigga, when Deku fought the strong,
the muscle man,
when he fought him, like a lot of those fights, even that fight when they fought Shigaraki and all them the first time, that pull up, all that stuff was done like I thought was done beautiful.
Yeah, it was great.
Overhaul, and I'm just like, this is like the last bit. This is where it should all go. And that's why I was excited, because the person who drew the manga, I don't know who did it, dog. This nigga was in his fucking bag. To me, he was.
He lost his mind. Him or her?
Him or her, whoever it was, they was drawing their ass. They made this shit look so dope. And it wasn't even like, it was like this perfection of drawing. It's like the way they drew it. Was
he was just going crazy. He was on his light. He was on his light Yagami.
Delete. So it's like, you're seeing that, but you're even seeing like the way he's even like, like the flashes of stuff when like people's faces getting blasted or just even there was just so many dope shots of Todoroki. There's supposed to be, I think there's a shot in there where they actually show when Todoroki kind of creates that moment where for Bakugo to go slide up and grab Deku and hit him. It's just like with the help of Shoto. And it just cuts back to like him over there, and it's like the slide, but you don't see the whole him building up to that, getting over there. They're like, Deku, I got you.
Yeah,
all that shit plays a part in the emotion
for sure
of the show and of the moment.
Yeah,
this is a moment that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah,
to see what's going to happen, and I think that's where for me. There was moments where I was like getting a little bit emotional, but I was just like,
it ain't hitting the same. It's basically like in the manga you see. Thor picking up, getting Captain America's hammer. I mean, switch. Captain getting Thor hammers. Yeah. Like him getting it. That was like, if you watched it in theaters, it erupted.
Right.
So, but that's like they did that in the manga, but then in the anime, Captain America just has Thor's hammer and he's swinging and knocking people out. Like they took that whole moment away.
Yeah.
From you in the anime. It sounded like,
and I feel like they took pieces away from the manga that could have been in there, and they replaced it with dialogue that wasn't necessary.
Yes.
And there was a lot of dialogue even in this. I was just like, bro, we don't need all of this. Some of this could be shown through action.
Yeah. Just mean, the side characters pulling up and talking to him.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah. And or you can just have it to where everybody's moving and you can hear them speaking in their mind maybe.
Yeah.
And you're going with that, but it's like a stop moment. Yeah. And then this happened. And then,
Yeah.
It's just like, nigga, nobody cared. Not nobody, but like, I don't care to see that
nobody
shit like
cared
that.
About that shit.
They could have did it a better way.
Yeah. Especially if you're gonna sacrifice what you sacrificed.
Right. And I'm like, yo, what did I say to y'all? When this arc happens, I said, if they animate it right.
You did preface with that.
I said, they animate this right. That was the key thing. I was like, that's going to play a big part in the emotion. And then putting those key pieces in there. They did the animate it right. They missed key parts from the manga. And it took the emotion out because I was like, man, I might cry when this shit gets animated.
Ooh.
Like, not necessarily boo-hoo, but it's like the emotion was like, and they finally did it. The friends coming together. Yeah, like the Dobby scene was just like, that shit was fucking sad to see.
It was so many moments in there that watching it, I felt like I should be feeling more. Like I watched it, I'm like, I feel like this should be hitting harder, but I couldn't put my finger on it why it wasn't hitting like it should. But now that you say that, that's probably why. They took those little pieces out. I'm like, this is supposed to be a big moment. The pull-up is supposed to be a big moment. Them everybody chipping in to help him, and then when the Class A people was like, no, you don't punch. We punch you because you don't have to. Like all of these moments. And people, them homegirl with I can make stuff, and then the electric dude making that electric rail gun and stuff. Like all of those moments, I felt like was just supposed to hit me harder than it did, and then just for some reason it didn't hit me like it.
When the Invisible Girl, like her power is like when you see that it's actually kind of dope that she can take essentially anything that's light
and then
and
just
absorb it and like either bounce it back or like it doesn't hurt, and you get a chance to see her.
Yeah.
When was it one? I think it's one. I forgot. One for all, whatever.
Yeah.
When he shoots that big ass beam, he kind of steps in, like all that.
Tail beast bomb.
Yeah, that is huge. That's like that's a moment of just like, yo, stepping in, like, oh, you got me. It's like, I got you. Like my power's bigger than what people think it is.
Yeah, and I'm coming in clutch.
Yeah, she came in. That is a clutch moment that didn't feel as clutch as it should have been.
It just felt like a throwaway.
Yeah, and that should have been there was a lot of build up moments or big moments in that lead up.
Yeah,
that you was like, yo. He's getting his just due. They're getting a little bit of love here.
Yeah.
Magetta, whatever, the little bald dude.
Yeah. Him coming in.
It's like,
head wrapped up, looking like Ace Boogie off of Paid in Full. He about to, I breathe different. Like he looked.
Yeah, my body different. Is it different? And it's like you see all that, and that's where I think that they missed the mark. And I think that I saw somebody say, man, after episode 8, y'all gonna see that when it's all said and done, my hero gonna go down as the GOAT out of these new ones that y'all talking about. Trust me, I was just like, yeah, nigga, you must not have read either the other ones, or you actually just you're like one of those Demon Slayer. It's trash.
Yeah,
and if you say Demon Slayer is trash or Jujutsu's trash, even my hero's trash, I can't really trust your opinion.
Yeah,
they're all good to great animes.
Yeah,
and so you can judge them accordingly. But like, bro, they just dropped they had the chance to be full on cemented in GOAT status.
They had the opportunity.
Yeah. And
they had to, especially with JJK, although it did well in the box office, but with JJK dropping the ball like they had, because I think just to go on a quick tangent. I think people need to read. And I think that's why a lot of people were disappointed in the JJK. I think people thought it was an actual movie, and they came in thinking it was a movie, and they got their feelings hurt when they figured out it wasn't a movie. So I do think that it's on the fans for not reading.
Yeah.
But I say with those negative emotions that people had around JJK, this was a perfect opportunity for my hero to sweep in and be like, get your ass out the big three.
Yeah.
I'm here, and I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they did it with this.
Yeah, when we say big three, we're talking about the newer.
The new big three.
You need to be getting very particular.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, in just watching this, like, one, I was just like, I wanted to ask you, man, what if Shigaraki was a hero? Like, what if his quirk was used for good? Is that even a hero quirk?
You can't, because people die. Like, they die. Like, you can't. They would have to be like the boys type of stuff, where people was like, or you wanted them hero, or you like. I mean, because Goku was packing people up. I mean, and he didn't really.
He turned his dog into soup, bro.
Yeah.
He turned his dog into Menudo.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
Not the doggy Menudo.
Man, he was
oh my gosh!
I was like, it was
the
sick.
poodle Menudo is nuts.
And you see him, you see in his backstory, he says like at a certain point in time, he's like, I wanted to do this. Like, I wanted to destroy everybody
and everything.
Yeah.
I want somebody to grab my hand. He's a
and
crazy.
I'll be real with you. Did it warrant all that? Like, did what he went through warrant that? Besides him killing his dog. Like,
you just saying he's just an emo kid.
I don't know if it warrants you killing the whole family, dog. I don't know if it did.
No, I don't think so either.
What he went, I don't know. I've seen niggas had worse. Bakugo was getting tortured.
Yeah. People in real life had it worse.
Yes, I had it worse. My upbringing was worse than his, nigga.
You don't see me decaying people. You think you would have decayed your dad at some point in your childhood?
That's the hard part about it. Like, I think when certain things happen in the moment, I might have reacted in a way, and I might be like, "Oh, I think I would have regretted it if I would have reacted too quickly." But then I feel like I had moments when I was just like, I wished stuff on my dad at one point, and then I was just like after like a day later, I was just like, man, I'm kind of overreacting. Like, at the end of the day, this is my dad. Like, this nigga he has a roof over my head. He's bad, and I started to realize my dad had demons that he was battling at a young age. I realized he was battling shit. Yeah. So it wasn't everything. I never was one of those kids that blame myself. You know, a lot of kids be like, I'm the reason why dad punches me in the face. It's just like, nigga, no, it's not. It was never the reason.
I'm a happy kid, man.
Yeah, I never was like, yo, I did. Like, there was some ass whoopings that I deserved because I did some shit. I'm just like, nigga, I did not deserve it.
Right.
You're tripping. I'm not tripping, bro.
That nigga just wilding. I don't know what.
Bruh. So it's like when I'm looking at that, I'm like, bro, you went overboard with the evilness.
So they created a villain, and it wasn't even that much to create from.
It's like you have like this thing about him going through some stuff, but then like I like you accidentally doing something. I understand you've been like freaking out. Like,
yes.
I think the dog thing was an accident technically, right?
Yeah. Because he was just holding him.
Yeah, I think him being like, oh shit. Yeah. Like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then now you chasing after your sister because it doesn't seem like there was any issues with your sister,
right? And
then you probably had some issues with your pop. So I can understand you maybe being like, hey man,
yeah,
I gotta get you up out of here.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna to my sibling, like especially if you're cool with your sibling. Usually your sibling is
she was coming out there to play with him.
It's all that you have. So it's like, bro, it's like I think he overdid it, but I still think I'm trying to think could decay or destruct whatever he has decay, right?
Yeah.
Could that be? I think you could use that as a weapon in a good way. The heroes would have just had to figure some shit out, like eyes, Eraserhead, and then when they had to be like, all right, this is how we're gonna use you. We can either put some protective gloves over your hand. He's
rogue,
essentially, yeah. And then you'd be like, hey man, you fuck with me, I can do this, or he's able to control his destruction.
And single it out to a certain part of your body. Yeah,
because was there a person that actually in My Hero that had the reverse of that had build? No. Essentially, right? They had like if he's destroying somebody, somebody.
I mean, Aaron.
You mean the girl?
Aaron, the girl.
We had rewind though.
Yeah.
It's more of a rewind. So it was It's not necessary.
But she don't, because there was a time limit to attach to it.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably the closest.
Yeah. I would love to see that quirk too, to see the yin and the yang of that. And I would have loved to see somebody even try to battle that out with him. Just like, all right, cool. Why instead of having Aizawa essentially watch and have to stop his decay or whatever, it's like this person's just having their hands on the ground while he's doing his shit. And be like, all right, I can stand here. I am kind of like Rogue where I might pass out after a while.
Yeah.
But it's like I can hold this for as long as I can.
I think the decay is just like the level of expertise that he would have to get with that to be beneficial would be so hard, because it's just like you would have to be able to single somebody piece of their body out, and still that's still a no-no in the hero handbook of like taking somebody's foot or taking somebody's hand. No, you didn't kill him, you subdued him, but that's still you still probably be looked down upon.
So they probably wouldn't do that to a person if you're a good guy. You would probably do it to like buildings and shit to like around them. So it's just like you might be like, all right, cool. And they try to like jump off something, you just hit the building, and it's like, oh shit! You grab them, you trap them, like,
and I think, and that's
somebody.
Yeah, but then at that point, they're like a C or B class hero at that. Like you are negating their powers and what they can really do. Like you putting somebody with that much power on build and destroy duty is crazy.
Well, I think that's what I'm saying. I think as a first year underclassman, that's where they would start at. Because it's like, because I remember Brennan breaking down Todoroki being like, hey man, when he gets older and understands his power, like there's so much stuff he can do with fire and ice.
Yeah.
He can manipulate certain parts of the weather, certain stuff like that, to where it's like he can probably even be able to take stuff out of your body from like his heat absorbing, like drying you out a certain way and then icing it, like dry ice, all that shit.
Like Avatar with like the blood bending and stuff.
Right. I think when you get older, start to like understand your power a lot better, you be like, all right, I can do different things. I can probably just shoot stuff at you a certain way. I can do something. Like I can't think of it right now, but I think that power would make him super dope if he knew how to use it.
Yeah, I think if the pie in the sky is decaying and then maybe building, like maybe he can function it to where like I can make this go away, but I can also make it come back.
Yeah,
and I think that because at that point you're nothing but a threat at that point, or maybe he can do it to where he gets the way that he gets the control of it to where he can turn it off and on, and then that's how he subdues villains. Like, hey man,
yeah,
it can be over.
Yeah.
I can turn this on right now.
Yeah.
And you will be Thanos.
Yeah.
So
chill.
Yeah.
Well, because Overhaul's power was kind of like building and reconstructing immediately, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who would think it when if Shigaraki and Toto fought?
Shigaraki and Toto? If you talking about this new Shigaraki, because I think he has too much.
Yeah, baseline Shigaraki, League of Villains Shigaraki.
I think Toto gets him out of there. I think he's more intelligent. I think he's a smarter fighter, and I don't think that Shigaraki has fighting skills.
Hands.
Yeah, he's just, if I get a hold of you, it's a wrap. But I think I think a nigga can sock him out very quickly.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about him. You know, when he clapped homie hand in the fight and he switched with him, that was cool. He's just like, I've been waiting for you to do this the whole time. Give me that, Toto. Now you fucking decayed.
Yeah. Who do you think?
Yeah, I think Toto packs him up.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of like if he catch him, so he would just have to. Toto have to be on his P's and Q's.
Yeah, and they're not too far off in age from what I know, right? Like,
yeah, they're around the same. I think late 20s.
Yeah. Yeah. So
one thing I did find funny that Shigaraki immediately turned into a hypocrite because he was just like, oh, I got danger close. Oh, all right. Like, All For One made a big deal of it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't care about it. And he literally spammed the hell out of it the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, danger close. Oh, danger close. Oh, danger close. It's just like, that's mighty funny for something that you said wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
You used it a lot throughout the whole fight.
I don't think people understand that if Deku keeps everything, it's like, yo, once he understands how to use everything correctly and gets stronger, so he doesn't have these limits on him. Even Smokescreen is dope. If it's when he first got it, it was kind of like dope.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, people can kind of see past it, but it's like you give him when he gets 25 using that shit, that nigga would have been a dog with that.
All of those, yeah.
So I would say this though, I do like. I thought episode 8 was what anime is why we watch anime.
True. Yeah.
I think
that's a good assessment.
bringing the friendship together, bringing them all back in, because it's like, you know how most animes do. It's all about the main character and that's it. And they're fighting this monster and it's just like, nigga, why you don't want help?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to fight the big boss? Because I always feel like usually, especially since these main characters a lot of times in shonen or since they're kids or teenagers, you shouldn't be as powerful as a nigga that's 30.
Yeah, unless So you're saying being the chosen one is not enough?
No, I don't think you should. I think if you're the chosen one, you're still a child.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You still have certain emotions. You don't know how to even you're not a professional at what you do yet. This villain probably has perfected their stuff more than you have. The villain should usually be stronger in shonen than the hero, than the protagonist is, because they're usually older.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're just like, oh yeah, I am a chosen one. I got a will. It's just like, I'm tired of it just being will. There has to be skill, will, and sometimes you might be like, hey man, this nigga's too good.
Yeah. That's why you like Tanjiro so much.
Well, that's why
the world of Demon Slayer.
Well, because of that. Because it's like, yo, we like as y'all gonna see, like as we already saw, nigga, you ain't packing these niggas up 1-on-1, bro.
Yeah,
you're just not.
You can't.
And you already. This is not really a spoiler, but nigga, Muzan ain't getting packed 1-on-1.
No,
he's not gonna get packed.
If they can't beat Akaza, if Hashira and basically another Hashira and Tanjiro can't beat Akaza,
nigga, they're not about to pack up Muzan 1-on-1. So it's like, bruh, we got to understand that this is going to be, for some of these, it's okay for them to have help.
Yeah.
And I like how essentially everybody kind of stepped in and you gave these players that we all kind of like learned about.
Right.
And they had at least a small moment.
Yeah.
Like I said, in the manga, they have a bigger moment when they're in their fights, in their solo fights, like with Spinner and stuff like that. All those fights mean more in the manga to me.
Yeah.
So when I was watching this, I said, besides the animation being mid, I was like, this is why if I was a kid watching this for the first time, I would have been there, eyes wide open, like, this is anime, man.
Yeah,
like,
there's nothing better.
Yeah.
How do you feel about a regular sized villain turning into a big, slimy, disgusting monster?
That shit was trash to me. I was just like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
You're not giving us, there's no, all right, you have a strength.
Yeah.
You're just like, I got all these tentacles and things and I'm doing. And it's like, rah!
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, you're just like you're like melted ice cream in a sense. And you're just like using stuff that just, it was trash to me.
And it was trash. And I think they tried to get around it and acknowledge it by like, yeah, I'm not going to just be this big old monster just to be big. I'm big because I need to show you guys that your numbers don't mean anything. Yeah. And it's just like, yeah, you can kind of dress it up, but you still a big ugly monster at the end of the day. Like, I understand you acknowledging it, but it's like you still did it.
Yeah. I mean, I respect the animation in that, trying to get like drawing that out seems fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Like, how do you map this out in your brain and get all this weird looking shit to go?
Yeah.
But I still feel like from a villain standpoint, it's lazy.
I hate that. I hate when they do that. I understand the visual storytelling that you're trying to do with like, oh, I am going past something and I'm losing it and I don't have control, but I'm still powerful, so I'm gonna get big. Like, I understand that. And maybe some people are paying homage to 90s anime because 90s anime loved the big ugly creature. Like they just that was their jam. Yeah. That was the early 90s anime. They loved that shit. So I think maybe it's just like that old anime fan saying, hey, winking at the camera to they OGs, or it's just lazy. And I do think I think it's more that than anything. It's just lazy and I just need to show something. But we have great examples. I mean, Perfect Cell is the best example of, hey, you don't have to get, if anything, he got slimmer.
Yeah.
And Frieza's another example. Like, you don't have to be this big, ugly monster to be super strong.
Well, then also, too, if you want to make it to where, like, like Cell gets fat and stuff like that because he loses something, right?
Yeah.
If this is like the end, where it's just like, all right, you all should die.
Yeah.
Like, because you're like, all right, he's done.
Right.
He's essentially going for a Hail Mary that's not going to work.
Right.
And let him kind of either destroy himself or you hit him with this last little easy punch and he dies.
Right.
But this is like, that shouldn't be the last final boss that we're fighting.
Yes.
So, I mean, I feel like it's a little lazy. Even though I knew it was coming. But
even All For One doing that, I thought was whack. I think it's like, I'm just going to be this big sludge and I'm coming down. Look at me coming down the street. Like,
yeah.
that was whack.
So, I don't know. So, episode 8 got why does it keep coming back to that? I don't know why it keeps cutting on the sound, but so what rating do you think episode 8 got?
Probably a 10.
9.9.
See, yeah.
I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not. I mean, I can, but because the animation wouldn't give it a perfect 10 to me. So
Right.
the animation, and I know people will be like, well, all you care about is animation. It's just like, for this show, animation is important.
And the pieces.
Right. So it's like, to me, I'm like, some animes are not about the animation. It's like, just like, the animation is not a pivotal part of this story.
Right.
Of this show. There's no peak animation from 4 seasons of this other show, so
Yeah.
I don't expect peak animation from this show.
Yeah. But you've already showed us early on what you're capable of.
You brought in some of the best animators in the world at points in times.
Yes.
So, yes, nigga.
And we're not even, I mean, at this point, we can even be okay and accept, hey, when we go to Todoroki and Dabi's backstory, we might chill a little bit.
Right.
But when Dabi and Todoroki fight, we gonna amp it up. Like, we can accept, like, turning it down when you're building a story, but you better turn that bitch up.
Yeah.
When it's time to fight. And I think that's the thing too, is like, they never turned it back up.
Right.
But they showed us previous seasons when the stakes, I guess at that point, were high, but in the grand scheme of things weren't as high, and they turned it up. So it's just like, well, shit, that was in the beginning or the middle. This is the end. You need to just throw the whole kitchen at them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you go all out, and this is the last fight. It's just like, y'all should have went balls to the wall, spend your last penny on that budget,
Yeah.
and let it happen, and be like, all right, man, this is for the fans.
Yeah.
This is our love. This is our gift to you guys.
Yeah, I love
for staying with us through 8 seasons and rolling with us and through some of the bullshit seasons. To watching niggas do a
Gentle
concert.
Criminal. Yeah.
And just even though he played a part.
Yeah, he did play a part.
He played a part. But
yeah, I think that's definitely played a role, and I think that, I mean, it sucks to say it, but you got to look at the field of play right now. All of the big dogs are going hard in the paint with animation.
Yeah.
You got to catch up. I think Bleach is an amazing example of that. If Bleach came back, as much as people love Bleach, but if they came back with the old animations from the early 2000s that they had in the initial run of Bleach, they probably wouldn't be talked about. You just have the core Bleach fans. But them coming back with some of the best animation out, period, to where Yamamoto, and you saw that when he had the multiple Bankais and stuff, that I'm sure so many Bleach fans were made in that moment. Yeah. Just from seeing a clip online, you actually watching it is just like, oh, what the fuck? You even asked me like, yo, who is this dude? Like,
I didn't watch Bleach like that. So all I saw was the first season when we reviewed it, and then honestly, I skipped straight to Blood War. So when I'm watching the first season animation, I'm like, okay, I was like, I can get if I watched it at the beginning why niggas like this. Right. You know, Ichigo he's a dog. Yeah. And then I'm seeing the animation shift. I'm like, okay, this is how you come back and you add shit. This is even with One Piece. Yeah. Like, I don't watch One Piece like that, but I've seen clips of the old One Piece and then where it is now. Yeah. The animation is they're staying straight to their core how it originally looks. Yeah. You can tell like they put money into it. It looks a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, this is the equivalent of Nas doing an album with Hit Boy. Right. It's like, I'm still Nas. I'm still one of the greatest rappers to ever walk the face of the earth, but I have the conscience and presence of mind to know, like, oh, I should probably get with a producer that's hot right now. Yeah. And he might not make a sicko mode beat for me, but I want to sound somewhat modern. And I'm not like, and my flow, I'm still showing that y'all can do it. And I'm having beat changes in the middle of the song and I'm still flowing like, that's how you do it. Like, that's how you still, like, I haven't listened to King's Disease or Magic and was just like, yo, this nigga Nas trying to sound like the Migos. Like, that has never happened. But it's also just like, yo, this nigga sound like KRS-One. Like, both of those wouldn't be true. And I think that's how you bring yourself back for somebody that's been around so long. That's how you input yourself back in the conversation when there's a new playing field. And I think
I gotta say, that's crazy to respect the KRS-One. That's crazy.
But he's
that's
just
crazy.
He's an old rapper. The nigga old.
He considered one of the greatest lyricists of all time.
But it's just I went to the well, no, he doesn't rap like that. He doesn't rap like that.
Nah,
that's Sugar
Hill
the
Gang, bro.
Yeah. But still, like he's still like I mean, KRS-One, if we just want to take a tangent, didn't always have the best beat selection to begin with. He was just rapping. Okay. But I think he tried to come back when he was beefing with Nelly, and it wasn't that he wasn't spitting, it was just old. It's just like you dated. You trying to go against the biggest rapper on the face of the earth right now with new production, and Nelly has new production and you don't have that. And you're trying to rap like the fucking early 90s, late 80s, and it just doesn't stick.
Because when you look at somebody like the Clips, and you look at Malice, and you go like, his flow is not super updated, but you put the certain beats around him, and he's picking certain flows and pockets and beat switches, and it's just like, and the things that he's saying, the way he's saying it,
you ain't pushing, you ain't Malice, you ain't
you ain't Malice. So it's like yo, all that stuff. You can still sound like you said with Nas, you can still do certain stuff a certain way, but I feel like My Hero just had it. It was just like, yo, I don't know who was even like there being like, yeah, we got everything right. It's like, it's an animation, but I ain't gonna say nothing. I can't. I don't want to lose my job. But it's just like, you ain't gonna have no job after this anyway. It's over with. So just say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Like, they definitely could have, and they're not that far back to like, you had to know. You have to see. That's the competitor you. Like, you have to see what the new people are doing. It's just like, you don't have to do it. Yeah. But like us as comedians, and I think you can know better than me because you've been in comedy longer. Like, how was it as a comedian seeing crowd work pop off like that? Like, how did you feel? Because I think that's probably a good analogy. Like, crowd with the Matt Rice, Nate Jackson, all of these people going nuts and damn near leapfrogging people because of crowd work. How did you feel as a comedian seeing it? I mean, me personally, the reason why I wasn't ever tripping on it because I know those comedians and I know they're good.
Yeah.
They're really good at comedy.
Yeah.
I understood the game of like, I don't want to burn material. Yeah. I understood that immediately. Nobody had to tell me that. Oh, they're doing this because they don't want to burn material. I was like, nigga, of course. Like, I'm trying to get you to come see me, and if I give you my whole 45, and that's still my current 45. Now when you come see me, like, you might be like, this is cool.
Yeah.
You might laugh at some shit still, but essentially, I'm hoping that you bring a friend or two, and they're seeing it for the first time.
Because at that point, it's a sing along,
right? But I wasn't necessarily mad at that. So it didn't. I saw it was just like, I wasn't doing a whole bunch of crowd work at the time.
Right? Did you feel urgency at that point to start doing crowd work, more crowd work?
It wasn't like I don't know if it was necessarily urgency, but I was just like, all right, I do need to create some more moments. Because like I don't want to put my material out there. So I was like, I understood this. Since I'm doing merit stuff, I'm going to always usually ask a crowd about merit stuff, and then I can go into that and use that.
Yeah.
And then whatever impromptu moments happen, they just happen.
Right.
But I understood that even without just the crowd work element, I understood that the game of stand-up comedy was changing.
Right.
And I had to go with the times.
Yeah.
Stand-up comedy is going to an online thing right now. It just is.
Right.
Whether you're watching clips, whether you, I mean, even when I'm gonna put my special out. When I put my special out, it's gonna most likely be on YouTube.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? I understand that, like, that's the game right there. Is to put it out so people can. They just want the content.
Yeah.
And then if that can get me asses and seats, then if I do the second special, it depends. I might keep it on some Ali Sadiq type shit.
Yeah.
We're just like, nigga, it's gonna always stay on YouTube. I'm gonna make money off that shit.
Right.
And I'm the Netflix. He's getting more views than Netflix. He's getting more views than Hulu and HBO.
Right.
Off stand up. So it's like, nigga.
Yeah.
I understood that was the shift, and I guess there's such an urgency there, being like, okay,
got to get the stuff online.
Yeah, I got to start putting out bodies of work. I can't just sit there and be like, why niggas don't come see me? It's just like, we don't have nothing to see you. Like, you can't.
There's no incentive. There's no motivation for me.
Yeah, because back in the day, they was giving you a chance to be like, all right, if you had like probably a certain manager, or even for yourself, they'd be like, all right, you can get some road gigs. So you can go on the road and try to build on the road.
Right.
Build a crowd on the road, an audience. Nowadays, they're like, nigga, we're not even giving you a chance to come on the road.
Right.
Because you don't have asses in seats.
And who says Even if you got on the road, there's going to be people that want to build an audience. Like,
Yeah.
who going to want to come see you?
Yeah, most people now just like, yo, I had people tell me, they'd be like, oh, we came because we saw your name, we love this club, and then we saw who was going to be here this weekend, and we typed your name in, we saw a few clips, and we was like, oh, he's funny, let's go see him.
Right.
So you have to have some type of body of work. In some cases, you might get lucky, and you did something else to get the crowd in there, whether it's a movie or
Right.
whatever the case may be. But even in that, you have to have a certain role in that movie that makes sense. I think
Like Lil Rel.
Yeah, like Lil Rel or like Tiffany Haddish. When Tiffany Haddish's girl trip, you saw that, you was like, okay, I can, like, she can utilize that for her stand up.
Right.
Because she stole a movie.
Right.
You know.
Amongst Titans.
Exactly. And they're not all of them are comedic titans, but like even somebody like a Regina Hall, she stepped back comedically and played pretty much a straight woman.
Right.
And then because she's a monster.
Yes.
Comedy wise,
hell yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think you have to look at that for My Hero and be like, all right, we're sitting back and you had time to make the season.
Yes.
And see what they did first.
Exactly.
It's not like you were making the season while they made theirs.
Because I mean, at the latest, they were 3 seasons deep when everybody started jumping off.
Right.
4 seasons, maybe.
Right.
So it's not like everybody, like, season 1 of Demon Slayer just started and you on season 8. Like, you saw the playing field change in real time, and you had more than enough time to adapt.
And you made moments here or there. You had your moments where you did it.
Yeah.
So that's my thing is like, why wouldn't you do that in this season?
Yeah.
I think that, honestly, they gave Bakugo the best animated fight scene moments.
Yeah.
He looked the best. He looked like stellar in there.
Yeah.
Like he looked like the main character hero to me.
But it was still different, and in my opinion, less than the overhaul stuff though.
Right.
Like it looked great,
yeah,
but it was still a step under that.
for sure.
And I think that's what's annoying about it. It's
Yeah.
like you showed us. It's just like, I don't know, it's kind of like, you know how people say about when they get married. It's like, you know, those first 4 seasons was the honeymoon phase, and then they got married. You're like, oh, y'all like My Hero now? Well, cool, we're never doing that animation again. It's like, oh, you got me. But it's like, yeah, you married now. I'm not cooking for you no more. I'm not cleaning for you no more. I'm doing all of this stuff to become a wife or a husband. But now that I got you.
My Hero, you got to keep dating us, man. You got to keep taking us on dates, and you didn't. If it happened, you got comfortable. You don't cook anymore. You know, you just go to fucking, you know, go get a frozen food from Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Put it in the microwave, and you're like, I got dinner ready. And that's why you ain't getting your dick sucked.
Right.
That's why you're getting fucked 4 times a month.
A month?
Not even 4 times a month. You're getting fucked 1 time in 4 months.
Whoa.
That's what's happening.
You're getting quarterly fucked?
I'm getting quarterly fucked, my hero. Because you giving us the bare minimum.
If I see one more banquet on this table.
You know what I'm saying? You just no get dressed. I mean, as a married nigga, it's like my wife, even though we're both somewhat homebodies, she's like, hey man, I bought like a new dress, or like I want to be able to wear these new shoes that I bought like somewhere. You know, and these are nice shoes. It's like, all right, cool, I understand that. She's like, oh, I just want to be outside at least a few times. My wife likes simple shit still. Like she likes lavender farms and she wants to go apple picking and shit like that.
Right.
That type of stuff is like, all right, cool. It's like it might not be fully my thing, but it's just like my thing is liking to see her happy.
Right.
So I will go and do that. And I understand that she'll on my end, she'll do some things for me that she'll be like, I'm tired. And we're like, hey man, take your ass apple picking.
Right.
I need you to be untied.
Clock in.
Yeah, clock in.
I just clocked in. You got to clock in.
Yeah, and she goes like she understands that. Yeah. And it's like we both understand that there's give and takes and push and pulls in relationships and in marriage. And that's just kind of what this is. I feel like they just looked at it like, bro, they got super. I don't know if they got super lazy. I don't know if maybe the budget wasn't as big as we thought it was.
All them damn My Hero movies that did well, they should have dedicated. I feel like that those My Hero movies should have been a money laundering scheme to make money for the animation.
Yeah.
They should have been the My Hero movie should have been the mattress firm for the last season of My Hero. Like they should have been, because why are there so many mattress firms out here in a 5-mile radius? It's crazy.
I don't know.
They're laundering money.
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like it should have been. You came out with these movies that don't have nothing to do with the actual story.
Right.
You got freaking, I mean, I guess kind of happened a little bit, but you got freaking Bakugo being All Might, being all for one for all in these movies, and you creating these cool heroes. I still think 9 is one of the coldest My Hero villains. Period.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best My Hero movie. But it's like you doing all of these things, you're making vigilantes. Vigilantes is cool, but we don't need that. Like, if you say, hey, let's take vigilantes away just to make the season 8 budget better. Cool.
Yeah, I'm not tripping.
I'm okay with that.
And I'm saying that for somebody who hasn't seen Vigilantes, but like sometimes it's also tough because Vigilantes is it technically a prequel?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think it's I don't know. I
thought
don't.
It was considered like a prequel.
And if that's the case, then just do it after. Do the money. Do what Naruto did. And all of those animes before them, like
but even Boruto is like that's like afterwards. And
that's a continuation of the story.
I'm with that.
Yeah,
I'm with that because now you're pushing the story forward to something else, and you're giving it to his kid.
Yeah, just do the money grab, but it's still a money grab because they started it when they started the manga, which was a disaster because they had 2-3 years or 2-3 seasons of filler, and the actual Boruto manga is fire.
Oh, it is.
But they literally started the anime maybe 4 issues in. So they caught up to the manga in 2 or 3 episodes. And then they just did 2 to 3 seasons of bullshit. And everybody's like, oh, bro, yo, come back to Boruto. It's fire now. It's like, yeah, it's fire now because y'all had 7 years to build up the manga now. And they can go back to the source material. Yeah. But it was a cash grab because they're like, oh, shit, it's 2017. We're done. We need something. Like we ended it, but we need something. And instead of just waiting, they did that. So I feel like this is when you could have did Vigilantes. Like, finish this, go hard in the paint, crazy animation, give us something that we'll come back to again and again and again just because it looks dope, and then just roll out Vigilantes after that.
Yeah.
And if you want to do the super cash grabby stuff and throw in some people that are names, if it's a prequel, then throw in the All Might when he was younger, or Tomo, whoever was all one for all at that time. Like, bring some more. I think that would even be good if we can get a prequel of a one for all prequel. That'd be cool, and we just see everybody who got it before or something like that.
I just or if you want to do Vigilantes is a prequel,
more side character stuff, or how like.
So it's just like,
so you can see Azawa and stuff. We didn't even go and give Azawa and Mike their own
that right now
prequel. Like, there's so many things.
When it comes to prequels, and I already know the outcome of something, I'm just like, it kind of takes away a little bit of the whatever, unless it's like a crazy story.
So you wouldn't want to see a what's homeboy with the mask that trained Tanjiro? You don't want to see a prequel with him?
Homie with the
old man,
Tamakura,
whatever his name is.
A whole series? No, I don't think I want to see a whole series.
You don't want to see a Rengoku daddy series?
I think if I saw something about that, like if you had both of them together, and you give me like a mini series that kind of wraps up within, like, I don't know, maybe a season or like something like that, or like even 12 episodes. Yeah, and you just get straight fucking to it. Like, don't bullshit me. Get straight to it.
Yeah,
I'll watch it, of course.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. But like, once you know the outcome of something, and not from like a spoiler stand base of like,
I know you're not the guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that you guys don't do anything to where it's gonna be like, okay, you're gonna even help out with moves. None of that.
You're not. Nobody. None of the Hashira are 250 years old.
Right.
So it's like, I know you guys didn't get the job done.
Yeah, you didn't fight an Upper Moon.
Yeah,
you didn't. It's not like no, these two right here. Yeah, they were known for they took out. There was all Upper Moons, and then they took out like 4 of them. Yeah. And it's like, oh, damn, like, I want to see this shit now. Yeah. But it's like, none of y'all fought Upper Moons and won. Yeah. You essentially battled a bunch of Lower Moons that might have gave you some trouble, but it's just like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. There's no what's the word? No levity to it. Like, there's no threat of death. Like, I know. There's no stakes. That's the word I'm looking for. There's no stakes to this battle. Right. Because we already seen what happened. We know that you literally have to help train the person who's going to actually do something because your ass ain't do anything.
Right. But yeah, let's wrap it up. I guess give our scores and our final thoughts or whatever. So you can go ahead, man. As a manga reader, I feel what I feel.
I think the 9s that have been thrown out for it are understandable. I'm not gonna fight you on it. I think I would fight somebody if this was a perfect 10 across the board. I would definitely fight people on that because when I think of 10s, this isn't what comes to mind. I think of some stuff that may happen in Demon Slayer might be a 10. I'm gonna keep it real recent. I don't want to go into like old stuff like the Narutos and stuff like that or Brotherhoods. I think those are just layups when you try to talk about 10 moments. But I think, well, ask me this. I think before we go into our reviews, if we're taking all of the OGs, the Death Notes, the Brotherhoods, the Narutos, the Big Threes, all of those, Dragon Ball Zs, if we're taking all of that out of there, what is a 10, and not including manga, what is a 10 episode for you? Or stretch of episodes that you would say this is a 9,000?
I mean, I think probably that stretch of from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood when they fought up.
I just say you can't use.
Oh, you say you can't use those.
Yeah.
Without using those.
Yeah.
Of some new stuff, I mean, I think that Entertainment District arc, that last stretch is chef's kiss.
I agree. I think that's the last 10 that I've seen, or over 9,000 that I've seen. I think that's the last perfect episode that I've seen, or stretch episodes that I've seen.
Yeah, I think there was moments in Dragon Ball Super TOP.
Yeah,
I think that there was moments in there that was over 9,000 episodes, and even stretches when they were like fighting Jiren at the end.
Yeah,
and how stuff kind of ended with that. I think people have their gripes about Android 17 in those moments.
Yeah,
but it's like it makes sense because he's an android. Like they're
right.
like, oh, why did this happen? It's like, well, the nigga doesn't have a power to latch onto. You don't know if he's even. You can't sense him.
Right.
So, but there was moments where like watching Frieza and fucking Goku work together was just like, damn, it's kind of crazy.
That's after all they've been through.
Yeah. So it's there's stuff like if I'm thinking of, let me see, Demon Slayer. What did I watch recently?
I think that Blood War definitely has some 10 out of 10 moments, some 10 out of 10 stretches. I think there has been very few misses in Blood War since it came back. I think Yamamoto going through all 4 of his Bankais, I think that was a 10 for 10 moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that was just, everybody loves using this word, but if you want to talk about peak anime, that is peak anime, because mostly everybody on that show has only one Bankai. Not only did he have one, he had 3 others on top of that. He said, I got a north, south, east, and west. I got a compass full of Bankais for that ass. Mm-hmm. And I think that and how it was animated and how all 4 of those were different is nuts. And I think that's definitely a 10 out of 10 anime moment.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's moments for sure, in different ones. I think Jujutsu had some moments in there.
The black flashes with Toto, and I think that was dope. Like when they were spamming the black flashes, I think that was great.
Yeah.
When they was fighting the brothers on that when Megumi and Itadori was fighting, I guess when Itadori was fighting his brother, was good. Him and Chozo, the Chozo fight was really good.
Yeah.
The stuff on the train was good before Gojo got put into the seal was really good. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely some new age stuff that was perfect.
Yeah.
But so do you think any of this stretch of the season 8 was perfect? Was like a 10 out of 10 moment? Maybe not the entire episode, but do you think there's a over 9,000 moment in season 8?
The animation would have pushed like some of these episodes. The animation would have pushed the Bakugo episode. That was a close one to me.
Yeah.
I think that's a very, very close episode to a 9,000 to me.
Yeah.
And the animation pushes it over. And same with this episode 8. Like I said, everything else was doing it. And I think that's what we talked about, man. I think when you're watching this, it does feel like it's starting at weird spots sometimes. Like when you said you had to go back. Why? I wanted to ask that too before you said it. I was like, okay, I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, what did I miss?
Right. Yeah.
What did I was like, I thought I was.
Did they put something in the credits, after credits? Like,
I was like, damn, maybe I didn't watch the after credits shit because I was skipping through the recap and then whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe I just missed something in there. But it's like, nah, nigga, they just
it's
pops you up in here and it's just like, bro, you can't do that. This is the last season.
Yeah.
Squeeze this bitch.
And that's the thing too, is like you knew where this was ending. This ain't no like rest his soul Toriyama stuff where you don't know where you're going, so you're just kind of doing stuff as you go. Like unless you were, but if you guys had this planned out, why have a whole arc of them going against each other for that means nothing? Yeah. You had a whole season of BS.
Yeah.
where people damn near left the anime. I left the anime for a while because of it. Like that weird post overhaul ish.
Yeah.
Like you don't do none of that.
Yeah.
Save all of that money and put it in here, especially if it's going to be this crazy. If I would say a 10 out of 10 moment, I do think the Todoroki family massacre, nobody died, but the Todoroki family function was really good. I think that was touching. I think that was the most emotion that I felt in all of My Hero.
I'm with that. Yeah.
But overall, I think if we're just judging these past 4 episodes and not the 4 previous episodes, this was a good time. I think I really enjoyed myself throughout. None of it didn't feel like it dragged. This is the most I cared about the other One for Alls. Before them, they were just kind of white noise for me. Not white noise, but I know they served their purpose in the story, but I didn't look at them like that big of a deal. I think they was just there to push the story forward. But this time, I feel like all of them had their own voice. And then I actually cared about them getting taken. Like once Danger Close got taken, I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
You can't do my guys like that. I do think it was dope too when Deku looked like crazy, and even Shigaraki acknowledged it, like, hey man, you look like the villain right now. You got your face, you got claws and stuff. I think that was super dope. I think Deku thinking ahead of putting the chains in the ground, and like when he got blue back balls, and putting the chains underneath so he can stop the decay. I think all of that shows that Deku has progressed as a character. Yeah. Because season 4, season 3, season 2 Deku would have never done that. Like he wouldn't have been able, he just hasn't fought enough. You don't have enough fight experience. So I think for him, not only elevating in his powers that's given to him, but him elevating in his fight sense, and actually being a strategist, I think was super dope. So that's like, okay, we giving Bakugo this upgrade, but we also giving Deku this upgrade. And I think that was a big thing for him in the past. Like his fight knowledge and the fight IQ wasn't there for real. Yeah. He just used to sock people out to figure it out and then overdo it. So I think him doing that was really cool. The team up moment, like I said, I just felt like it was supposed to hit harder, and it just didn't land like I wanted it to. It landed, but it was just like, I know you could have did better. I felt like freaking Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you.
Yeah.
We were all rooting for you. Like that was my feeling in that moment. It was like I was rooting for this to be great, and you were just really good. But I had great in my head. So for that, on a scale of 1 to 9,000, I will give this stretch of 4 episodes a 7,900.
7,900. Okay. I mean, yeah, if somebody, like I said, I'm going to keep going back to the manga, bro. I'm sorry. It's just, it's in my head.
And I've never seen the manga. I've never read the manga.
There's so many pieces that were just missed emotionally. But it still had its moments. I agree with you. I think Deku's battle IQ is super dope. Honestly, I feel like his battle IQ was just as high or even higher than All Might's when All Might has his power. I feel like All Might's battle IQ is better when he doesn't have his power.
True.
Like I feel like he has to now think on strategy, but All Might was low key just socking niggas out.
Yeah, so it's like it's tough to have battle IQ when your sensei doesn't have the greatest battle IQ either.
Yeah, he's essentially just, I'm gonna keep punching you and punching you and then punching you.
And he's just saying different states.
Yeah, and so it's like when I watched that, I was like, yo, he was able to like understand a lot of his powers and just doing certain stuff, like you said with the thing. He's like, yo, he did that shit a while back. Like when I don't know if you've ever seen Black Dynamite, when the dude got his arm cut off. He's like, what didn't that happen? He's like, oh, I threw that shit before I came in the room. Like that shit. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think that was like Deku in that. I do feel, man, he just did my nigga Shoto just dirty, man.
Yeah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? You made him the second tier. The bottom of there was a big 3 in there.
Yeah.
And then you made it to where it's clearly just a big 2.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Top 2.
So
and he ain't 2 and he ain't 1 either.
Yeah. And it's just like, damn. So, and that's like, I felt like in the manga, those moments felt more powerful, more emotional.
Yeah.
But I did have feeling when the whole friendship stuff started to come along and they started to have all these moments and they always like, we got your back. Yeah. We all punched together. It's like you're not alone in this shit. And I will say too, Deku just growing as a whole. I mean, I will say I got to talk. 'Cause I watched the episode afterwards, so I got to talk about that when we watch the next 4. But Deku, he had moments where I think he did grow, because I feel like he was still a very similar character. But then remember, he goes dark at one point.
Yep.
And then he starts to kind of come back towards this arc.
Yeah.
So I do respect that in the character growth, and I still think Bakugo has more character growth than Deku in this show. Me personally.
Yeah. That's yeah. I agree.
But for these 4, the stretch of these 4 right here, I'm gonna give it an 8100.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, you gave it a 79. I didn't give it like.
I just thought the manga was gonna make it in the 7,000s for you.
Nah, it's like this last episode was so good to me, and like if the animation was better, it would have been one of my favorite episodes of anime that I've seen in a while, like in years. But at 8100, it's not that it's not high. I just feel like you had the potential to be a full 9,000
or over 9,000.
Over 9,000. So overall, I think people are going to still like the show.
Yeah.
I do want to hear from people that read the manga and watched the show, and what are your feelings about it, because I feel like we might be similar. 6-7. I feel like you might be similar. Maybe not. Maybe you might be like, nigga, you tripping. I could be tripping. I don't think I am, but
so okay, I've seen some anime. I'm looking for something new. You're recommending My Hero to me. Well, 1, would you recommend it? And 2, how would you recommend it to me, knowing how it's animated?
It's funny because we got into anime on Wildly Inappropriate the other day, and it was just like, I forgot how we got into it, and it's just like, all right, so we wanted to watch anime for the first time. What would you recommend? And I was just like, man, I would probably recommend. I said it depends. For Gary, I was like, I would recommend Death Note for him because he's a manipulator.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I said you would love Light Yagami, bro. You would be like, this nigga's. I kind of fuck with him. So I would recommend this probably to somebody maybe either a little bit younger, or I don't know if I would recommend this out the gate.
Okay.
Because
so you got to have some type of anime under your belt.
Because I don't know how people would deal with the crying for the first season and a half or 2. I don't know how to deal with that. Yeah. So I would have to ask. Fuck it, it's gonna sound sexist, but it's not meant to be sexist technically. I think I would recommend this more for probably girls.
Wow.
Not like that. Not like that. I would say in the sense like, if a homegirl was asking me,
somebody that has emotional intelligence,
because I feel like she would enjoy the battle sequences on top of the emotion.
Yeah.
Whereas the guys might not enjoy the emotion part of it. They're like, "Why is this nigga crying, bro? This nigga keep on crying, dog."
Yeah.
I think the girls will understand. Like, I get why he's feeling this way. He's struggling through these things. So it's not like that. I'm saying that they will understand those things better and probably even relate to those things more. Mm-hmm. So I think they would be like, "All right, I fuck with this because you're not just giving me niggas just punching each other in the face for 40 episodes.
Yeah.
You're giving me this nigga struggling with himself, and another nigga that's almost bipolar in Bakugo.
Yeah.
And you have your boyfriend Shoto that you're gonna fall in love with. I'm sure you are, because hey, man,
he got him.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I would recommend that probably more to like that's why that was one of the first ones I told Janelle about.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was like, I would recommend it like that. And then I was like, if you watched, I would recommend something else first, and then say, hey, watch My Hero if you like the hero element of things, like whatever.
So if you were to, like, somebody tried and true, how would you massage it? Like, how would you package it to somebody that's watched a lot of anime and stuff? Like, how would you be like, hey, you should watch My Hero? What else would you say around it though?
I guess I would just say, I say watch it. I think you enjoy it. There's gonna be a season in there that it's gonna be very cringe worthy.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like, if you like The Boys, it's not like that.
Yeah.
But but it's still the hero element. And if you like that hero element of like actual heroes, I think you're gonna enjoy this because there's still emotion in there. There's fighting, and there's too many characters to not like. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
So how about you?
Yeah, I would just say, like, hey man, if you can get past the crying, you'll be okay. Like the main character, he gonna be a bitch for a little minute, and then after that, he'll be fine. Like you gotta deal with a weak ass little bitch ass main character, but I promise he's supposed to be the main character for a reason. He does earn his main character stripes at some point throughout the show, and you don't have to wait too long for that. I do think that if you are a Naruto fan, I would definitely recommend My Hero. I at some points I felt like My Hero was Naruto Kai, Like it cut a lot of the filler that Naruto had, but friendship prevailing, being the through lines through a lot of those seasons is very Naruto-ish. That's why I was saying Deku used his talk no jutsu on Shigaraki, and it's like, I gotta save this guy. Granted, Shigaraki and Deku didn't have the same dynamic that Sasuke and Naruto did, but the through lines are the same. It's just like, hey, I just gotta save this guy. If I want to be the number one hero, if I want to be the Hokage, I got to be able to get this guy out the depths of hell. And I think one person was a lot more successful than the other person in their mission, but that's what I would say. I was just like, all right, the ladies thing is great. That's actually a really good point. And I would just, I guess my way of massaging it would be like, hey, this is a good time, and you're gonna have a lot of peaks, and then there's gonna be some weird moments. I'll like follow anime filler guide. And then talk to me about, like, let me know where you at so I can tell you if you can skip it or not. Yeah, because some stuff is like technically it's canon, but it's like you can skip that shit. Like just get through that. So I think that's kind of how I would say it. Okay.
All right. So that's it for My Hero. Oh, I mean, we got one more stretch of 4 episodes of My Hero. Yeah. Side note, Jeanette and I just finished Solo Leveling season 1. Got it. She's enjoying it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's enjoying it. Me, I never finished the first full season.
Oh, okay.
And so I finished it. So we'll I guess when we go through it, we can talk about it.
I mean, we can do it next week, honestly.
Okay.
Because we need those others. 1? Yeah, we need those episodes to finish.
Yeah. So you already finished season 1 or season 2?
I'm done with Solo Leveling. Okay. I finished it completely.
Okay. So I gotta wait for her for season 2.
Spoiler alert: it's in the mid 3. I think it was both our mid 3, right?
I guess that was unfair for me to say technically.
I thought you.
But what I had seen, I was just like, all right, I put it in the mid 3 for the hype that people were giving it.
Yes.
Versus what I was watching, because I was like, it's not a bad show.
No,
but y'all was like, nigga, it's the next.
Ain't no y'all.
Yeah, well, y'all out there was saying, like, pretty much it's the next new shit that's better than all this shit. I'm just like,
it's definitely not. It's not even better than My Hero.
I gotta watch season 2, and I think it needs more seasons before I can even give it that. I think it need at least 4 seasons for me to be like, all right, let me start to compare it. I don't think it's fair to compare a season or even 2 seasons to a show that's, especially that's 12 episodes, not even 20 something episodes.
That's true. That's a good assessment. All right, job.
Yeah.
So that's next week we cool. We want to line on that. Solo Leveling season 1.
We do that. Yep. All right. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into another episode of Animeshun. We out.